this bike seat? It's ruined. It is. This bike seat is ruined. Look at it. Look at that. See? It's no good because this metal bar here broke. See? Now, what a way to make a bike seat. And this, incidentally, is not the original bike seat for the Peace bike. This is not the original bike seat for the Peace bike. But still, a metal bar like that should never just break. I mean, metal should be stronger than that. It's a steel bar, like what Michael Bolton sang about. But it should never just break, ever. Ever. Especially considering it was only a few years old. This should never happen. Should not be happening. And it's dangerous. See? So a couple of days ago, this broke on Tuesday. I was, I took the Peace bike out around like Spring Grove and Finneytown and out that way. And I was out that way when I noticed that the seat was broken. But I rode it all the way back with a broken seat like that. I did. Because I had no other choice. And it wasn't very comfy. But worst of all, it was dangerous. So the following day, so on Wednesday, I replaced the seat because this seat is ruined. And that's not to mention this right here. The covering is coming off. See? And it exposes the cushioning inside. I saw a news article a few months ago about some woman who eats the cushioning that's inside of like chairs and couches and bike seats like this. She eats the cushioning, and she said that's why that when she was growing up she used to do it, and her parents' couches used to get smaller and smaller, and they didn't know that she was actually eating them. But she keeps having to have surgery and stuff because her intestinal tract gets blocked by the cushion, by this stuff. I guess it's like this stuff. But this stuff is not meant to be eaten by people. It's not designed for that. So this is see, this right here though is the type of thing that's never supposed to happen, ever. This is not supposed to happen. Have I made myself clear? This is a no, no, no. This is not supposed to happen. Ever. Metal bars like this are not supposed to break under any circumstances through normal use. Now, if it was from abuse, it would be different. But the bike seat, as long as I've had it, I got it new and it only experienced normal use. So this is a lawsuit waiting to happen here. I mean, what happens if you're out? What happens if the other one broke? Then you'd be out of luck. You'd fall right off. And I almost never even discovered that this was broken. So that's the way it goes. So now, actually this wasn't even the original seat anyway, but I don't think the Peace bike has hardly an original part on it. You know that? Well, the frame, of course, is original, and the handlebars are original. I think everything else is actually a new part, or newer than the bike itself. But right now I'm going to check the latest news. Top economist says jobs bill would create jobs and grow the economy. That's right. It would add 1.9 million jobs. They sure are needed. They sure are needed because the economy started going sour again right when the Republicans had tried to shut down the government a few months ago. That's when it happened. So that's the Republicans own this recession. If this is a double depression, then the Republicans own it completely. Affordable Care Act, helping seniors. That's another news item. So at least but it doesn't help bike seats. And now it might help me if I got injured by falling off of the bike seat after it broke, but it doesn't help bike seats themselves. See, it cannot be fixed. What am I supposed to do? Use glue on something like this? That's why I replaced this one. Now watch the new one. Hopefully the new one will last longer than this one did. And something like this happened once before too. It wasn't a seat. It was something else with the bike. I think it was with the Extremist. Remember the Extremist? There's the bike I had before the Peace bike. There was some metal bar on it. I think it was like to hold like something onto it. Like I think there's a basket. I put a basket on the back and attached on the metal bar. And I think the metal bar for that broke, just like this did. I mean, what's the point of having? I mean, they could just as easily. It would be just as sturdy if they made it out of poop. So. So that's the story of this bike seat, which is now ruined. That's right, it is. It's ruined. It's ruined. See, I can do that because it was already ruined. So I'm not making it any worse than it already was. Since it was already going right into the garbage. And what's this sticker on the bottom? There's this tiny green sticker on the bottom. It's round and it has the number 4 on it. You know, what does that what does that mean? 4? Is that the number of times you use it before it breaks? Is that why it says 4? Is that the tens of dollars that it cost despite breaking? Is that what it means? Is that the number of broken bones you have after you fall off because it breaks? Is that what 4 means? Is that the number of hundreds of lawsuits that have probably resulted from this? Is that what it means? And why is it green? So, see, I guess it does have another use. You could make a mobile out of this or something, like put it like above a baby's crib and have it spin around. Or a wind chime. You could attach bells on the bottom. Make a wind chime. Wouldn't that be neat? See? Or a ping pong paddle. Or anything. So I guess it has some uses still, but for me it's ruined.